Hey everybody, this is Sanj, and for those of you tuning in for the first time, welcome to The Real Fan Review. Make sure you check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Listen to all our episodes on your favorite podcasting app, and make sure to like us and subscribe on YouTube so you can keep up to date with all the new episodes. If there's a topic you would like us to talk about, just let us know. Our email address is therealfanreview@gmail.com. Real is spelled R-E-E-L. Enjoy the show.
You're listening to The Real Fan Review with Hav, Sanj, Al, and B.
What's going on, podcasters and YouTubers? This is Hav here, one of your hosts from The Real Fan Review. And ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go over those Super Bowl trailers. Woo! Talk about some news I heard in over the week, and also we got to get ready for Harley Quinn for a little bit.
Mr. J.
Mr. J. Oh, man. So with me today, man, we're talking with my brother B.
Hey, what's going on?
And we got my man Sanj.
Hello, everyone. As always, it's a pleasure to be with you.
No man in the chair today. We'll miss Al this week, but he'll be back on Sunday.
I hate staring at that empty chair.
It hurts.
It does.
It hurts the soul.
There's no logic coming out.
It's anarchy. It's all anarchy, Dan.
Where's the info?
There is no truth. So yeah, man. I mean, let's just go right on to the.
It binds.
Let's go into those Super Bowl trailers, man. I mean, what'd you guys think? Anything stand out to you besides Black Widow? Jesus Christ.
Black Widow. Oh my God. I just have more questions now than anything.
Is this the first time she goes, "This is my first family"?
Yes.
Yes.
And then she's like, at the
whoa.
end, she's like, sometimes you have to make a choice or whatever. So it's like, what happened here?
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool though when what's he called, Red Guardian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he kicks up the shield right onto his
No,
that
it's
was-
Taskmaster.
Okay.
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
See, I keep
Right.
getting that dude mixed up.
Yeah.
But that was just a cool scene.
Yeah. It's so funny you guys say that the Taskmaster thing. All last week I kept seeing things that Taskmaster is gonna be her. It's gonna be Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
It's gonna be the Black Widow. So I don't know how.
How does that work?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either,
I'm
man.
pretty sure that one of the characters in the trailer ends up being Taskmaster. I think from my thinking, the guy from The Handmaid's Tale, he's in this movie. I haven't really seen him in a trailer. I'm pretty sure he's the Taskmaster.
Right, but they just they keep going back to the Taskmaster's stature when
Yeah.
he's versing the Red Guardian. Now, granted, the guy who's playing Red Guardian from Stranger Things, he's kind of tall. He's kind of
Fucking Ivan Drago, so, with a beer belly.
yeah, man. So I mean, they're saying that the size and that the Taskmaster looks kind of thin,
Yeah.
and then the fact that Taskmaster can mirror everything that Scarlett Johansson is doing,
Yeah.
I can see where they're going with that.
The real test is like, what does the Taskmaster's booty look like?
I don't know if you
That's the
wanna see
real
that.
test.
That's the test.
Close up.
Imagine it sounds like, oh, that's definitely Black Widow.
Definitely Scarlett
Then
Johansson.
they take the helmet off. Oh, it burns the eyes.
Well, to your point
Awkward
about
boner moment.
is that the award? The awkward award.
That's gonna definitely be the awkward photo award.
goes to Taskmaster's booty. I mean, to your point about
That's Russia's ass.
That would be amazing.
Is pride of Moscow.
So, I mean, in regards to him being able to, copy Black Widow's moves, I mean that's his ability as the Taskmaster is he can copy anyone's ability. All he has to do is see it. So, I mean, him having the shield and kind of, I mean, I thought that was a nod to Captain America, the way he kicked the shield up to his arm.
Right, because he did it
You
with
know?
his soldier.
So I believe that's his take on he saw Cap fight at some point, or maybe he just saw him on TV doing his thing during the New York event, so he can mimic Cap's moves.
Right.
But I mean, his big ability is that he can mirror anyone.
All right, I'm interested, man. I'm very interested. I thought the preview was, they didn't show too much new.
Yeah.
I heard a couple new things, but it just looks like something that's just They keep showing like little tidbits, but
Yeah,
I'm
adding more about
definitely
the Black
interested.
Widow program, which is cool.
Yeah, man, definitely interested in the movie. Any trailer stood out to you in the Super Bowl, Sanj?
Just the Black Widow.
Just the
one.
Black Widow one. I know my parents.
And
we
then
were
there
watching,
was also
Go
Mulan.
for it.
you know?
That's what I was gonna say. My parents kind of went ooh wow with Mulan,
Yeah.
especially when the spear went right above her face.
Yeah.
I was like ooh, but I don't know what it is, man. I think of Mulan and I remember the animated one. I love that one. And this one looks just a little bit more serious. I'm interested, but it's just like I almost don't want to see it because, again, almost like The Lion King. I saw how great The Lion King was. I saw how great Mulan was. I'm not really sold on going to see these.
I thought Mulan could. Well,
adaptions.
look, the live action of Aladdin was incredible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So some of the Disney movies can make incredible live action movies. Mulan, I think, is one of those movies that can make an incredible live action movie, but
Right.
there's certain elements of it that I wouldn't want to be without. You know, like, can you imagine having Aladdin without the magic carpet
Exactly.
or
yeah.
Abu? You know,
Right.
so I mean, do you want to have Mulan without Mushu?
No.
Right. I mean, if they can work in a magic carpet, you know,
Yeah.
they can work in, you know, Mushu and make it a little bit, you know.
I think they just changed what Mushu is in terms
Oh,
of.
okay.
I think he's supposed to be a golden phoenix in this one.
Okay.
I remember the problems were when they started bringing up was that having Mushu as the dragon was culturally inappropriate.
Something
for
like
some
that. I heard that
Why-
also.
I have to ask, and this is,
Yeah.
I'm completely ignorant of it.
Yeah.
Why is the dragon culturally inappropriate?
I
Because
think
the
it was-
dragon is a big part of.
I think it was the use of the dragon. I think that's what it was.
But the dragon is ubiquitous throughout
Yeah.
Chinese culture.
that I'm not
as a symbol of
100%. I just
strength and-
remember it
I'm
was
not
a
100% on
big
it either. I
issue,
got it on
yeah.
my arm, and
Yeah.
I thought it was just cool.
I think there was some issue in the way Mushu was used that wasn't.
Because he was comical or something like
I
that?
think something along the lines where he wasn't what the dragon should entail or shouldn't be characterized as.
Right.
So they changed it to be a phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if this phoenix is being used as Mushu in any sense of or just being in the movie as like a guardian.
Yeah.
But Mushu was her guardian.
Yeah, so I think I don't know if it's gonna be Mushu that's a part of her journey this time, or just shows up every now and then, kind of a thing. I mean, that's what it makes it seem like because the trailers you don't see Mushu at all,
Right.
or this phoenix. Like you saw the phoenix fly over once, and that was really all we saw. So I don't know, but I agree with Sans. You know, like I didn't think that Aladdin was gonna be good. I mean, I trashed that trailer.
Right.
We all trashed that
Repeatedly.
trailer.
Yeah,
Wait, you guys remember how many awards Aladdin won in our Real Fan Review Awards?
I think you know if.
Shows what we know.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
And it's our own award show,
Dude, we were
right?
surprised as hell.
I think if you know they stick to showing off what a beautiful culture that Chinese culture can be,
Right.
You know, and kind of showing us what that looks like. What Aladdin did, you know, showing off what that culture looks like was awesome with the colors, the vibrant colors, and the music and everything.
Right.
You know, it was more representative of the culture than the actual animated movie.
Right.
So I think if this Mulan can demonstrate that same thing, and the story is tight, you know, I
Yeah.
think it could be
But then,
another.
are they
blockbuster.
saying also that they cut out the music numbers?
It looks like they did.
I hope
It
they
looks
did
like- I
because
think they
Mulan had some great
included it.
music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all the Disney movies pretty much have it.
I think
but-
I think they put it in instrumental wise, but I
But
don't
they,
think they're
they have
singing.
made an effort to show like this is like a serious, almost like
Yeah.
dramatic movie. So
Yeah, agreed.
But I'm assuming and hoping that since it's Disney, they'll do what they do, which is you know a couple numbers
Yeah.
here and there. But yeah, man, looking forward to that. We did see the Fast and Furious 9 trailer, but we'll talk about that more in
I
depth.
mean, you can have
in a
dramatic
second.
musicals. Look at Les Miserables.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Serious dramatic.
Very
music,
dramatic.
yeah.
In another trailer that was there, but it's not a movie, but movie news. Sanjay says, "What the fuck is that?"
What the fuck is this?
We got the MCU Disney Plus preview.
Yeah.
Whoa!
When they just ran through like everything, I was like,
The second they showed the shield, and I was like,
yeah.
the shield, and I was like, and all of a sudden, like,
It zoomed
Falcon
out.
picks it up, and I'm like, why? Oh,
Yeah.
and he throws it. I was like, oh,
like he's practicing Captain America's
I was
moves,
like, oh,
and
here
then
we
you see
go.
like WandaVision, like Wanda, I'm home. Like yeah.
Yeah, it looks a little crazy. And
It's
then even
cool,
Loki, you see he had the TVA on his on his like it was a prison garb. It looks like.
in a
Yeah.
prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that's some kind of time enforcers or something like that.
Yeah.
But again, just seeing Sam Wilson with the shield,
Yeah.
tossing and throwing
That
it.
was cool.
I was like, wow. But then the I gotta say, like Sanjay was saying, with the WandaVision thing, it did look a little weird. It was like,
It's cool. The premise of it just seems really awesome.
to be real with you, when I was looking at it, I was watching something where they kind of slow mode all the different scenes in WandaVision, and every little scene was like almost like a different TV show. Like it looked like Full House in one.
Yeah.
Right.
It looked like
The Brady Bunch in
Brady
one of
Bunch
them.
in another
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, and I'm like, are they
I think one of them looked like Bewitched also.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like, are they just going through time, or
It's looking like this is gonna be a really cool setup to Doctor Strange too.
right?
You know, like I mean I feel like I forget the exact storyline. I'm blanking on it right now, but where she pretty much makes up in her head that a family with vision. You know, so I think this is based off this storyline where she is something's going on with her emotionally, where she has conjured up this reality where Vision's alive. You know,
That's insane.
and so in the way that she's conjured it, it's all these TV show sitcoms,
Right.
You know, and then we're gonna see, I hope, how she breaks through that, you know, and the way it broke through in the comic was like heartbreaking, because she had to realize that she didn't like in the comic book she actually conjured kids. So she conjured a whole family with him. And then
Wow.
for them to like erase out of thin air after like conjuring up memories of them in her life, of her having birth and all this stuff, like immediately erasing, saying like, this isn't real, Wanda. Like, you know, and her losing that,
Oh,
she
she
goes
probably
psycho.
lose it.
And
Yeah.
that led up to the No More Mutants thing. Like, you know, that was a huge thing.
Oh, wow.
So I can see them
That
drawing
actually
this
is
storyline.
That's very similar to a very great episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation as well. Very similar, almost the same exact premise where like Picard like gets knocked out by this probe, and in 25 minutes he lives this whole other life
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
of this other civilization. Like he
Yeah.
lives, and he has a wife and kids and all that the stuff that his character never had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and he wakes up and he doesn't have it anymore.
Oof.
Yeah. So
It's like to me it was my favorite episode of
Right.
I think
Next
this
Generation,
series is
but-
going to be us watching her break down, and then Doctor Strange 2 of how he has to go and like either
Get her back,
save
like,
her
say,
or
okay.
whatever. And I think she's going to play a big part into being a semi-villain
Yeah.
of that movie with, what was it, Nightmare? You know, I
Uh-huh.
think he's going to be the one pulling the strings on it, and she's going to be a bad guy in a bit of it for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's going to be the one to kind of pull her
can
back.
you imagine being like creating a reality inside your head, and it's so real
Yeah.
that when you come back to reality, you're convinced that what you're in reality is the dream.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude,
can you
Do
imagine?
you know how many times I've had a dream where I was like, I wake up and like, no, close your eyes, go back, go back, go back, go back. Oh,
Most of those times to me, Shakira's there.
what was it? Is that Zagata? What's the term for what she did?
I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but
Something
it's
with
part
a
of it's an Arabic.
Yeah, it was so cool because she woke some people up.
Yeah, man. That was a good time.
Yeah, go look it up. That's what she did. But as far as those MCU shows, is there one that you're looking forward to more than the other?
The Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
about for you,
Falcon
son?
and the-
I mean,
I-
Bree?
I mean, that show, I'm really interested to see where it goes story-wise, like
Yeah.
with where I think it's going. But I also want to see WandaVision because of that complex idea. I want
Yeah.
to see how that's going to tie into Doctor Strange. too.
WandaVision looks absolutely
I don't
bonkers.
know, man. That might be a little too much. Like
Right.
not in the sense that they shouldn't
Yeah.
do, but it's
Yeah.
like just like the emotion of it with her and Vision, and then they have kids, and then like to see her break down if that's where they go with it.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
dark.
I don't know if they're
going
going to go the kids line. I don't know if they're doing
Yeah.
the kids part. I think they're
Yeah.
just doing the Vision part.
Oh, they're
Okay.
doing the kids part.
Oh, they're doing the kids part.
There's a crib in one of the. There's
Oh,
two cribs.
no.
Ah.
There's two cribs and
That- I don't know if I can
the
handle
little
that.
babas floating in the air.
Oh no, that's gonna
Oh.
be hard.
Ah.
See, I think they're gonna bring the Thunderbolts into Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna establish the Thunderbolts.
I really do want to see Winter Soldier, Falcon the Winter
Yeah.
Soldier. Honestly, yeah.
Especially
It's coming out in August, by the way.
because Taskmaster is a part of the Thunderbolts, and we're gonna see him in
The Black Widow.
Black Widow, and then I forget the name of this other character who's supposedly in Falcon Winter Soldier, but he's also a part of the Thunderbolts.
U.S. agent.
Yes. So I
Oh,
think
wow.
that show is gonna establish the Thunderbolts.
Woo! Getting excited for
Right.
MCU Disney Plus.
Right.
Hail Disney.
Hell, Disney.
Now there was also a Wonder Woman trailer. right?
Really quick, not really. They
Real
just
quick.
It was one of those like commercials that was tied into another commercial because it was Wonder Woman at the mall.
Oh, yeah,
from the
and then the
preview,
tie- yeah,
and the
like,
tie guy is
He's
now
like,
a
now?
good time.
No, we're not doing that now.
And then waka 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 waka. that 1980s music, bro. I loved it, man. I can't wait to see Wonder Woman 2, man.
That's gonna be
awesome.
incredible. I think that's gonna be great.
Yeah, man. So I mean, it's for the trailers. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it as far as like the Super Bowl. Now the Super Bowl also did a little real quick Fast and Furious 9 trailer for people who didn't know that the trailer came out the week before.
Yeah.
Now we all saw it because on Friday I sent you all text messages about the Fast and Furious trailer. Oh, let's get into it.
I have one question that can be asked several times. How? How?
Right? Well,
And I still have like 4 more hows to go.
John Cena's Dom's brother.
Well,
How? How?
He was there,
So
you
the
just
whole
couldn't
thing,
see
the whole
him.
time, family. Everything is family. We are about family. But the fuck, you got a brother?
This
couldn't see him. He was there the whole time. Couldn't see him.
Oh, you guys can't see me. I'm putting my hand in my face and going, you can't see me, John
That's
Cena
why
style.
they had to go out and get John Cena. Like, that's the only way
That's the only
that this works.
explanation.
It's like, why do we know about his brother?
Because you can't see
him.
him, son. You can't see him. Yeah, man. It looks like
And then-
Charlize Theron's back too.
I
Love
think
her.
that is cool because like
She's-
she escaped,
yeah.
like they never got her and whatever. So I like that she's coming back. I like that part of it.
Yeah.
And then they're like driving through streets and they flip Ultra Magnus. You know what I'm saying?
A quick nod and respect to the Dark Knight. There you go.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna steal that from the Dark Knight, and I'm not gonna notice.
Exactly. got you,
go.
Christopher Nolan. We
gonna
got
flip,
you.
You gonna flip a truck like that,
Like ain't no one remember.
unless Batman's in the movie.
You know
Listen,
what?
what-
At this point, why not?
I'm telling you right now.
That
Like
might have been the bat plane. But, you know,
that was Ultra Magnus. Like the end of the movie is gonna show that little teaser spot where
didn't
like
we
he
say?
transforms.
Remember we said there was an episode where we said like the perfect mashup would be
Transformers.
Listen,
and,
Universal,
and,
you listening,
and Fast
like-
and Furious, and this might set up the one where they go to Cybertron. You know what I'm saying?
So Brandon sent me a meme, and it said at this point they might as well verse the Avengers.
I think they're the only force that the Avengers can't handle. You know what I'm saying?
Dom's gonna punch Iron Man in the face.
Like, with a wrench. No, he'll hit him with a wrench.
A big wrench.
And they're gonna
Big
race. They're gonna race. Winner takes the pink slip.
But no, man. I mean, seriously, what you guys think? Because I personally was surprised about the trailer, and just like you, Son, throughout the trailer, I was going, "What the fuck? How?"
Listen.
And then they went to the end. I said, "How?" We'll talk about the end. But like the trailer itself, honestly, it was just like
So-
one exciting thing after another.
And that's what they do.
But you know,
That's what
I'll
they
give
do
them
best.
I'll give them points for creativity
Yeah.
as far as coming up with new crazy shit for you to say how, right? New crazy, like you figure like they've done all. They fought Dom fought a submarine. You know what I'm saying?
These cars are made of titanium.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And he won. He fought the submarine and won. Like
The Rock nudged a rocket.
yeah, right. And he did.
nudge a rocket.
Nudged a rocket.
And Rock beat up a helicopter in Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay.
Right? Remember?
He almost pulled the shit down.
Yeah, exactly, right? You know, it's like, come on. But then there was that one scene where, is it Dom that's like standing on top of the car where they're going at full speed? They flip the other car, and he kind of catches the car.
Oh, somebody's dying. Somebody's dying in this movie. I saw that. I didn't know who it was that was on top of the car. But
then
yeah.
when Letty she's on a motorcycle, they hit the motorcycle, she flies off, and Dom catches her on a car. Like, how many times is he gonna do this? You know
I
what
know,
I'm saying?
right, yeah, man. I'm
Dom
just
is
saying.
Superman.
It looks absolutely crazy. You know, not for nothing, the whole John Cena thing, he didn't come off as corny as I thought he would.
Yeah.
He came off pretty all right. I was
We
just
also
like,
haven't
okay.
seen the movie yet.
Yeah, but even just like the way he was
There's
standing
still
there.
plenty of opportunity
Plenty of
for
time
him
to
to.
be corny. Plenty of time. And then, and we're going to go to space, by the way.
They have to.
You see you see a
Yeah.
little nod right there?
Yeah.
The rocket on top of the car?
The Fiero. On the Fiero. They
So-
put the rocket ship. They yeah.
So there's a rocket ship on the car. So what's next?
That's it.
That's it. They're going to space.
They're going up.
They're gonna go to space. How?
Absolutely,
I just want to
man.
know what these cars are made of. Like that scene where what was it, like a rod that held the bridge together, and Dom
He rammed
used it?
the post.
So the whole front end of his
Shoulda
car
ripped off.
should have ripped off when he slung up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I mean, there's physics to contend with here. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I mean, we'll see how that goes. But let's get into the last spoiler there that came at the end, which should have been left for the movie.
Do it.
Bro, how is Han back?
How? How?
This Japanese man, they take gunshots really well. Like, I don't know. Toss turns and cars,
I
upside down
just don't
fire
get it.
and gunshots. He's good. He's fine.
How? That's again. My question is how?
It's gonna be like, oh, actually, what ended up happening was the gunshot just missed his heart. Like, was inches away. Just
Didn't his
missed.
car
No,
explode?
his car blew up with him inside of
Wait,
it. Supposedly,
His car
wait,
was
wait.
upside down.
But look, in Fast-
There was two different ways he died, though. They retconned the way he died. So in Tokyo Drift, his car blew up, right?
Yeah.
Upside down. In, was it Fast 6 or 7, the one that introduced Deckard Shaw?
Yeah.
He hunted him down, and then he shot him.
Oh,
He ended up getting out of the car, and then he shot him.
that's
They
right.
retconned his death.
That's right.
oh.
So maybe like one of his crew, I don't know, on the other side of the car ended up taking him.
Can you imagine if Deckard Shaw was like, I didn't shoot him and I actually missed on purpose because we're working together
Because we knew we could do this someday.
and we're undercover. Oh my god! They're gonna
I
have-
knew to shoot him just below his heart.
I mean, look, they found a way to bring Letty back, right?
Yeah, this is true.
You know, it's
Absolutely,
like if
yeah.
somebody dies in a car explosion in Fast and Furious, they didn't die. They didn't die.
They are the car.
I don't
Turns out his
know,
car actually
man.
was a transformer. It was fine. It was jazz.
my wife saw my wife saw the trailer and she's
Side
like,
swipe.
That's fine.
she's absolutely all in for it. She's just like, yeah, I'm definitely watching that. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's funny because as ridiculous as some of the scenes look and how crazy it gets, there's not a single doubt in my mind I'm being there that first day out.
It's so much fun. It's stupid fun. Like, it's ridiculous, but you're gonna watch it anyway because you're gonna laugh.
You know what it is?
And you're gonna
Because
enjoy it.
They take they sell it. They really sell it because they take it seriously. Like the characters take themselves seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be
Yeah.
one thing if they didn't take themselves seriously, like, and you could see that they're really having too good of a time with this.
Uh-huh.
But they sell it.
They
totally
do.
sell it.
They
They're like,
do.
we're doing this.
Yeah, because he actually flung like Tarzan in his car, and he had a serious face on. So
Yeah,
it's
he had
like,
that straight
oh,
face.
so this is real. You're gonna pretend like this shit is real. Okay.
He's just like, no, I practiced this. Like, you know, like how like you watch Steph Curry or Dame Lillard shoot shots, and you're like, there's no way. There's no way. No, but the reason they can do that, they actually practice
They
this stupid
practice doing
nonsense,
that.
right? These circus shots, everything, right? Dom practices swinging his car from a bridge line.
That's what he did in Brazil for so many years.
Oh my god, man.
You know?
Oh man. But let's see, man. What else, man? As far as trailers go, that's pretty much it. As far as the trailers go. And B, I know you're out of here, man.
All right, B.
I'll see you all next week.
Yeah, we'll talk Birds of Prey on the next one with you. But Sanj, man, another thing I want to talk about was something I saw in the news last week was that Transformers is clearing up for 2 more movies. They didn't say what they were, but one can assume it's going to be a Bumblebee Part 2. And hopefully, because my hope is, even though the Transformer movies were pretty bad towards the end, they were still entertaining a little bit. But I do want to see everybody. I don't want to just see Bumblebee or just a
Optimus Prime, right.
Prime movie. I want to see everyone,
Yeah, like I take us back and put everybody in it. Like one of the characters that I really wanted to see how they would do him. I wanted to see Ultra Magnus as well. He was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And they never introduced his character.
You think we're getting Hot Rod?
I hope not. I mean,
Hot Rod.
they did have Hot Rod in the last movie.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
That's right. He was the
French
the
dude.
Spain or the French guy,
Yeah,
right? Oh
right.
my god.
He was there in the movie, so I'm just like, oh, they're not doing this. Are they going to kill Optimus again?
We still haven't forgiven them for the
Still have
animated
not
movie.
forgiven them for that.
How you kill him in the first 15?
Ah, come on.
Yeah, man. But after seeing Bumblebee, I'm up for a Bumblebee too. Definitely up for it.
But what would that story be?
That's
you know,
the
like how much
thing.
of that can you do?
Right? Especially, wasn't it me where at the
And
end?
at the
where,
end, Optimus was there.
was it Optimus or was it
No, it
it
was-
just like
no.
a car that looked like
No,
Optimus?
that was Optimus Prime because it had the sash on the side. The
the little like insignia.
yeah, not the insignia. You know how his Optimus Prime's trailer has that stripe
Yeah,
along the side? That was Optimus Prime.
it has to be Optimus.
That was
Prime.
definitely Optimus Prime.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought they were just trying to do like a little nod, like, oh, it looks like Optimus.
No,
Oh no. All right.
definitely Optimus.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm hoping to see something else with Bumblebee, but I do want to see the whole team back together again. I wouldn't mind seeing Jazz back.
As bad as those, you know, as hokey as it got to the end, I wish they would have finished telling that story.
Yeah.
Because then it would have gone into Unicron and whatnot. Just finish telling that story because it
Yeah.
had one more chapter. Like it really had that last chapter
Yeah.
to go into. But I mean, look, they could reboot it. They could start it over. I'm okay with that.
Right. Just give
You
it
know,
another
but-
shot, man. I'm not willing to give up on Transformers, man.
Right. I didn't have a problem with how they did it. But we'll see what happens.
I hear you, man.
Like to see movies on Cybertron. Let's take it off Earth. Let's go to Cybertron.
Dude, how about the first like 10 minutes of Bumblebee?
yeah.
That whole Cybertron thing was ridiculous. I lost my mind
'Cause
watching
then,
that.
then you could really do some good stuff with it because it doesn't have to be contained to all this damage happening on Earth.
Yeah, you know what? They should just do a movie where it's like Cybertron. Keep it away from Earth and the people.
Right.
Just keep it with the
'Cause
robots.
there's plenty of Transformer story for that. Plenty of
Exactly,
Transformers,
man.
and then there's plenty of other things that they could go into. Things like Metroplex, where you have before you have the combiners, which is like Devastator was a combiner.
Right.
The Autobots have their own combiners.
Right?
And
Wasn't
then
it the airplanes?
the airplanes combine, and then
Yeah.
you have Fortress Maximus.
Mm-hmm.
You have Omega Supreme, which was the space shuttle.
Uh-huh.
And then you have the cities, which is Metroplex was basically a whole city that is a transformer.
Right.
So you got to think of the scale of something like that. You
Transform into
think
that.
the combiners were big compared? Like
Yeah.
exactly. Right. A whole city transforms and becomes a
Wait, was the airplane Superion?
Superion.
Yeah, those
right.
are my favorite with the airplanes, man. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, I'm interested in seeing Transformers again, man. I would love to see them come back. And then in the last bit of news here is Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey comes out this week. So what's the freaking title? It's Birds of Prey: The Emancipation
of one Harley Quinn.
of One Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Now the reviews came out from a lot of people who saw it last week. Reviews looks like it's been great.
Okay.
I'm very excited now because I thought it was going to be shit.
Well, the trailers didn't do it any help.
No, right? It really
Certain
didn't.
movies, like you think, like really, this is what you put out as the trailer to get people excited, and this was one of those movies.
Yeah.
Other than until like the reviews started coming out that it was awesome,
Mm.
the draw was Margot Robbie reprising Harley Quinn.
Right.
Other than that, if they didn't have that,
Right, because there's nobody, no other characters that we've seen from anywhere else. So this, instead of a Birds of Prey movie, they should have just called it a Harley Quinn movie.
well, you've
but-
got to know the extended Batman universe to know who Huntress is.
Exactly. I have no idea who that is.
Right.
Huntress and
Huntress is Batman's daughter with Catwoman.
really.
That's who she's supposed to be.
Oh wow.
That's who she is in the comics. Because he has the son with Talissa,
Mm-hmm.
right? Al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter,
Uh-huh.
right? He has a daughter with Catwoman, and he might have some other stuff out there because Bruce Wayne gets around.
Apparently Batman. That's how he got his name. The Batman.
The Terror in the Night.
Oh man. Like with this movie, man, what are you looking forward to? You looking forward to seeing
I don't know. I didn't even really know what I'm looking. Well, I am looking forward to seeing Harley Quinn. I like that character
the
a
way
lot.
she played it, right?
Yeah, and I like the way Margot Robbie did it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I wish these movies were part of a bigger combined universe, though. So like they're doing great things, but as one-offs or in their own silos. So, okay, so all these people are related to Batman, but which Batman?
Right.
Ben Affleck's Batman, Christopher Nolan's Batman. I mean, Christian Bale's Batman, or some other Batman or is it Rob Pattinson's Batman that is
Right.
yet to be revealed? There was a Batman in the Suicide Squad movie.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. is it that Batman, and who's that Batman, right? Like, how does this tie into the Batman universe or the DC universe?
Right.
It would be great to have all these things tying together somehow, and all part of a bigger whole.
Right.
But they're not.
I hear you, man.
So that kind of pisses me off a little bit.
It's confusing how they're handling DCU, especially after seeing Aquaman.
Right.
No, Aquaman didn't really have too many ties, and there were certain things that they said.
Right. So Aquaman and Wonder Woman exist in the same universe, but this doesn't. It does. How do we know what?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing about that. You know, for me, I'm hoping they show some good characters that I get interested in, and I learn to love or like. I am seeing it for Harley Quinn personally as well, because I think she killed it as Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie. Yeah. You know what I mean? So to see how she takes on the character from where we left off, because if you remember Suicide Squad, I think at the end of that movie, Joker rescued her, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna see what happens from there. So I wonder if Jared Leto's in this movie.
Well, we were thinking that like there's the big explosion at the beginning where we're hoping that like she kills him off or something like that, right? Isn't that what
she
we're
kills
hoping?
her off, but I don't know. She said she broke up with the Joker, so I'm not sure if she's just like destroying where they created themselves, or who knows. But I'm hoping to see Jared Leto, just to reprise the role, to kind of give it some connectivity to the other movies.
Closure.
Closure. I'm also hoping to see like maybe some of the Suicide Squad, maybe one hero shows up. I mean, it would be crazy because Ben Affleck does have one more movie left in his contract. Right. So if Ben Affleck were to show up as Batman,
see, even that a little cameo by Ben Affleck's Batman would then tie it to Aquaman, would tie it to Wonder Woman. So so we're in that universe.
Yeah, right. It would,
and then it would also tie them to Superman. Henry Cavill's Superman, where Henry Cavill said, "I'm not done being Superman yet." Remember, he came out and said, "I'm not done yet."
To be honest with you, though, the person who I think is going to show up in this movie is going to be Shazam. I don't know why I think so. I know it's a little downer, but I mean that movie was great. But I could kind of see
he's not the superhero that I want.
I can see Shazam showing up for some reason in this movie. I don't know why I keep thinking he's going to show up, but I honestly believe. I think if I had to put money on it, there's going to be at least one superhero is going to show up in this movie.
I would want it to be either Superman or Batman.
Yeah.
Because I guess you could make a case more it should be Batman because it's his extended family per se. But it could be Superman for me that shows up. But just something to tie it together where even if it's weird and it doesn't really make sense, it can be okay, but we can jump off from this point to converge everything back, and then everybody can show up later on at some convergence of some sort. As opposed to now, the Joker's off. Well, you have Joaquin's Phoenix Joker off on the side, Birds of Prey on the side, Wonder Man, Batman, Superman. Wonder Woman, Batman, Aquaman, and Superman off doing their own thing. The Justice League doing their own thing. Like, I don't know. That's not what I want.
Yeah, that's how they work it out, man. And it sucks because we not that we want to compare it to the MCU, but the MCU is so successful and well done. We're hoping DCEU kind of follows that kind of plan so that we get that same thing. But I don't know.
They would either have to start over from scratch, which clearly they're not going to do.
No.
Or take this moment and just tie these characters together with the greater universe. And all you would need to do was have either Henry Cavill show up as Superman, Ben Affleck show up as Batman, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot show up as Wonder Woman, or Jason Momoa show up as Aquaman.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Cyborg again either. I thought Cyborg was cool.
You could have Cyborg in there as well, something to tie it to them, and then you could say, all right, we kind of botched how we introduced all this, but from here, they're all here now.
Yeah.
So let's plan it out from here and make something nice.
Yeah, man.
Because they've all been introduced. But then we still got another Batman coming out next year.
I think it's next year or the year after. I think it's next year, next summer, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that Batman because they started filming it already. So
unless they've been keeping us in the dark and he's the one that shows up.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
That would be crazy.
That would be awesome.
That would be the first time we see him as Batman.
Right. If they were setting because
don't you put that in my heart, Sanj.
But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Why is this Batman movie taking so long? Yeah. Why would this Batman movie take so long to come out? Right? Because what have we been hearing for about 2 years now?
2 years, yeah.
That's a long time. You know,
and they just started
you
filming
cast
like
it-
about a week ago,
right.
2
You
weeks ago.
cast it, you design the costumes, hire everybody, start shooting. Right. You know, by now, it's supposed to be in post production by now, right? If they're following a regular timeline,
Yeah.
right? Maybe there's a reason why they're taking so long to it. So maybe he shows up in this movie. We don't know about it. And this becomes, and they use that as the jumping point, and they just basically replace Ben Affleck.
Oh, I like it.
You see, these are all things that they could do,
Yeah, absolutely.
and do it that way, even if it's a cut scene at the end, right? Something, cut scene at the end to tie it together, and then this ties into the Batman movie coming out next year, right?
Right.
And then Huntress can show up.
Now you got these other little outside villains that can show up.
Right.
So it's the Huntress that's in there. Harley Quinn. Is it Siren?
I don't know who the third one is. I'm sorry, I can't.
So, yeah, right. I'm not like too knowledgeable about Birds of Prey, but either way, like the movie comes out this Thursday, Friday, and very interested in seeing this movie, man. The previews, like you said, the previews don't look too crazy, but the reviews are coming in that is looking good. So I'm very interested in seeing how it comes.
I mean, just the costumes. I like the updates to Margot Robbie's look. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot more colorful. You know, so you can see she's like definitely a little bit more like deranged.
I haven't seen Rosie Perez in something in a while too, so it'd be nice to see Rosie Perez in there.
Yeah, I like Rosie Perez.
Oh,
She's one of my
man.
favorites.
Yeah, man. So I've got my fingers crossed for the DCEU here, man. I really do, man. But yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it for today, man. We just wanted to go over the Super Bowl. We're sorry for the late podcast, but Super Bowl Sunday,
It happens.
it's an American holiday.
That was a pretty good Super Bowl too.
Yeah, man. Not bad. Not a bad game at all. But
Pat Mahomes,
yeah, Super Bowl MVP.
dude's only 24 years old. Oh my god.
I know, it's so crazy, man. But guys, we're gonna catch you again this Sunday. We're gonna have that review for the Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey movie. So we'll definitely give you a review for that. Guys, you hear Sanj in the beginning. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We thank you for listening. Subscribe, tell a friend, and we'll catch you guys next week. So signing off from New York, we got my boy Sanj
Good evening, everybody.
and myself, man. Have a good night, and we'll catch you next week. Good night.